Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Awesome.
What's up, guys? So we're in the Hydra studio. This is new for us.
Brand new studio.
We are pretty excited. Today we're going to be talking about buying treadmills online. Is it all that it's cracked up to be? Or is it better to buy your treadmills in store? You know, what are the pros, cons, benefits, negatives? But what do you think, Will, about like people that buy treadmills online?
I think, it's very tempting. I get it. Especially if you're like kind of in rural areas, like in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to be able to go to the store. There might not even be a Dick's Sporting Goods near you, or within a reasonable distance. So a lot of these companies like Icon, they will ship freight to your home. So, I understand all that, but there's some negatives with online shopping for cardio equipment because, you can't try it. You're not talking to a person that knows fitness or fitness equipment, and you could end up, making a decision where you're not going to use it because you don't like it. I think the percentage chance that happens is actually, higher than in store, because there's a lot to this. There's a lot of brands and there's a lot of nuance that affects the overall usage. I mean, you were in the stores. Mm-hmm. You went to, where'd you go?
I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, Johnson Fitness, and ABT.
Right. So we're in Chicago. I mean, a lot of people don't have access, and there's even more. I think you're going to even go to more places, like Pre-Core Home Fitness we have in Chicagoland, so on. And you're going to be able to get on all the best stuff and no time at all and try it out. So,
well, that was the thing. I couldn't even find the best stuff, which is a consequence of
what started this out, actually, now that I think about it, was we sell so many parts and things for Nordic Track and Proform, and we wanted to see some incline trainers because we sell so many parts to people with these machines, and it's just like, okay, what are they like? What is the attraction? And you went on a hunt to like find the X32i, the X22i, whatever they got out there right now. It changes almost, monthly, it seems, but we couldn't find one, and it's incredible, which tells us that despite our recommendation of going to stores, most people are buying, off of Facebook ads,
commercials,
infomercials. Now, the pioneers in this realm, of course, is Bowflex. I mean, we all remember from the early 2000s, the Bowflex machines, the flex rod resistance systems, and they kind of pioneered that. And it seems like now Icon's really doing it. And hey, they're successful. I mean, it's I want to say multi-billion-dollar company. So it is working for them, but is it working for you at the end of the day? I mean, I've seen 50-year-old, knee issues type of situations, buying an incline trainer that does 40% elevation, and it actually becomes like was it 45%? I mean, pretty soon we're going to be at 100% elevation, which is 90 degrees. Obviously, I'm joking, but it seems like people are getting caught up, almost like motor horsepower, that they got to go and get this high incline.
So they're just being sold at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, they're being sold by. I mean, there's some very catchy ads and fitness models
buying into something that they don't really need.
Right. Mm-hmm. Especially if you have physical limitations. Some of these machines don't make a lot of sense. And ellipticals, God, I mean, I can't even tell you how important it is to get on an elliptical because, pedal spacing, stride length, everyone's got a different taste for what feels good to them.
And everyone's body is different too. So.
Yeah. So, Ellipticals, getting on them really makes a lot of sense, and talking to people in the stores. Now, what would you say? You went to Dick's, you went to Johnson, you went to ABT, which is a specialty retailer in Chicagoland. Very impressive store. What was your take on these stores?
Well, kind of like how you touched on earlier with, we tried looking for an incline trainer, but since everything's like commercialized, you don't really see these nice pieces in the store, so you can't really try them, which that kind of sucked. And also, like with my experience, there was stores that I went into that, I guess here's a consequence of looking at things in store, is the fact that sometimes they don't keep up with their pieces. They don't take good care of them. There was a console on a machine literally cracked that I saw. There was
and these are brand new products, supposed to be brand new products,
like floor models. Yeah, floor models that you're supposed to test on, and they're just in.
And it sounds like we have used treadmills that are in better shape. So,
but there were stores that like Johnson. Johnson was just immaculate. They were actually filming a commercial when I went in there, and they got smoke and everything. It was really cool.
That you won't get that every time, but like
that's not the typical experience.
Yeah, It sounds like a haunted house almost. But yeah, it's here's another thing I want to touch on is ellipticals, treadmills. These are highly mechanical machines with electronics, and the electronics are growing every year in terms of complexity. As a matter of fact, one of the manufacturers we carry had an issue with their consoles updating and bricked tons of consoles, like to the point where the machine would not work. And this is universal bikes, elliptical, treadmill. They were done. So, I want to point out that when you buy at a store, you're going to have someone you can call that contracted with the best techs in your area and stuff like that to get service. If you're buying online, you're going to end up calling the manufacturer. And here's what I know about fitness equipment. In summer, when it's nice out, 70, 80, 90 degrees, you're going to be outside. And then when winter comes, you're using the machine, and that's when a lot of the issues happen. So if you go with the online route and you buy factory direct, you're going to end up calling the manufacturer for support. And be prepared for extremely long hold times, almost impossibly long, especially if it's January. So service after the sale should be a consideration when you're weighing buying online versus in the store.
Yeah, so that's a plus on the buying in store versus online. Got you.
Yeah, I mean, plus sometimes you can call the guy, the guru at the specialty store, and he might even know like a little thing you can do to get it up and running today. Versus waiting I'm not kidding, 6 hours at Icon for, someone to pick up the phone. So yeah, in January you can have like really long hold times, and that goes in favor again, buying in store. There's kind of another buying online option, and it's Amazon, right? It's tempting too. I mean, I will say that that they do have fast shipping, especially if you're looking at like a Soul Fitness. They will get it to you quickly. But there again, you're
those pieces are pretty sketchy though, aren't they?
What's that? Like
buying.
No, well, Amazon sells. Like,
are you talking about
Soul.
Amazon brands, or are you talking about
the Amazon brands? Yes, there's tons of Chinese imported, low priced machines. Let's just be clear. If you are buying a $300 treadmill shipped to your house, it is not a good treadmill. You cannot run on that. So the debate between online versus store, it's a debate. I don't think this is debatable. You're looking at $200, $300 treadmills on Amazon. It's a piece of garbage. It's future garbage.
Might as well go in store and get something.
I get it. You know, like you're not sure you're gonna use it, right? So I don't want to invest the money, but that's just not a good strategy. I mean, I would recommend buying a jump rope before you do that. You're just introducing hassles into your life that you don't need, and you're not going to use it. You know, so. You know, and make the investment, you know, because like, you know, you go to stores and things like that, they might have some financing options and you can get into a better machine, and then it increase the chances that you will use it because it feels good or is what you expect. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait, say that again?
The, like they offer financing and things like that sometimes in the store. You know, if it can make a difference.
Well, don't on some websites they show like pay in installments.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, Affirm financing, whatever you want to call it.
Wouldn't that be the same thing as just in store?
Yeah.
Because you're refinancing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that you definitely want to like make the investment in a better quality piece, and that's one way to do it, whether it be online or in the store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So what else did you see out there in the store? The one thing I you know was shocked at is how long you walked around in some of these stores, and no one really came up to you.
Yeah. I was in one particular store, and it was just like the employees would pass me. There was like several times because they had one door here, one door here.
Yep.
I was in the middle because that's where all the treadmills were, and they would just pass me. No one tried to like sell me on anything.
That's incredible to me. I sold fitness equipment for a number of years, and that is just
So possible consequence of going in store, but.
Yeah, that's incredible. And then, you know, you were trying to try machines out and you couldn't find anyone to even get the safety key to start the machine?
Well, I had to ask someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of them had safety keys on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like, you know, just being passed up in the store when you're potentially looking at a $3,000 treadmill just is crazy. And this isn't every store, but like, you know, man.
Depends where you go.
Talk about missed opportunities as a business. I don't know what it is. Maybe people are buying online despite what I'm saying so much that they don't even care about the in-store experience. But I don't have that information. Yeah.
But yeah, so you would say we more lean towards, you know, if you're going to buy a machine in store.
Yeah.
Versus online, because
it's about being able to try and feel comfortable with what you're getting, and also
see what meets your needs.
Yeah, and also know that there's someone there to support you with parts and service.
Ooh, just remembered. Another thing is in store they could tell you about maintenancing, because a lot of people neglect that and they don't even know they're supposed to maintenance their treadmill. Yeah. Online, if you just purchase online and you have no one to talk to, I've seen on like several websites where it's like it doesn't even tell you that you're supposed to lube your treadmill for this frequency per month, stuff like that. Versus
Lubricate
online.
Your treadmill. I mean, we have videos on this.
Yes.
Link to it, Michael.
I'll put it up above. But yeah, so like I guess that's another thing. When you're in store, you could actually talk to the rep or talk to the person you're buying it from and ask about maintenance. You used to work for Johnson Fitness and you were on the sales team. Did you ever, like after a sale, have to mention those things to people, like customers, about maintenance?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely mentioned it, and there was this whole like era of maintenance-free treadmills, and I never bought into it. I mean, you got a...
Is that with like the belt with pre-lubed?
Well, they said that you'd get like something crazy, like a I don't know if it was like 100,000 hours or 100,000 miles, whatever. It was something crazy where, you know, and I don't believe it. I mean, you got a belt passing over a wooden board. It's got like a thin phenolic layer. It's a slick black surface that reduces the friction, and I mean, it just wears out. I mean, you're running in the same spot. How could it be maintenance free and last forever? It's just ridiculous. But they pitched it, and that's what it was. So, but yeah, we still talked about maintenance. I mean, it's important. And we have again videos on that. Another option to buy is used. Facebook Marketplace, right? Offer Up is another one. Craigslist. I don't know anyone that uses that anymore, but I could be wrong.
That's where I bought my car.
Yeah, I mean that's another option for you. So I mentioned financing. If you're like, screw that, I'm not gonna like lever up here and take on debt to get a nice treadmill. That you can really get a good deal on Facebook Marketplace. We sell on Facebook Marketplace. We sell a lot of used equipment, and that's a really great way to go. So you can go into the stores, try some of this stuff out, do some online research, and then maybe find one 1 or 2 years old where they didn't use it, and you can get it for 50, 60, 70% off. If you're willing to do the work, you're gonna have to haul the stuff out of the house, and it's heavy, but sweat equity, literally. You'll get paid in dividends on that. So I can't recommend it enough. If you're like a little bit short on cash and you want a good piece of equipment, avoid the $300 Amazon. Take that $300 and go to the secondary market, and you'll get 10x the machine.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
Other than that, our conclusion is go to the store if you can. You talk to people, get engaged. It's a big investment. It's also a big space investment in your house. Think about how big a treadmill is.
Yeah, it'd be good to get like a visual on that, because if you're just going off of online pictures, they skew those pictures, or they make it look way bigger than it actually is. I bought like a desk on Amazon, and it was they shortened the size of like objects on the desk just to make it look that much bigger, and it was so small. So like getting on the machine, getting a feel for it, seeing how it fits your space, you just get a better visual that way.
Yep. And make sure you're measuring your ceiling heights and your space and stuff like that, so you know what you're working with. But we're definitely a fan of the store. There's some good ones, or some kind of crappy ones. We definitely are a fan of the secondary market and stuff like that, but just be prepared if you buy online, like factory direct, what it looks like for support after the sale. It can be difficult, but we understand if you have to do it, because maybe you're not close to a store. That's really all I have.
Cool
on that.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. If you found any value in this, leave a comment, like the video, share it. We're going to be posting more of these. And if you have any questions about fitness equipment, about buying, what to consider when you buy,
let us know. I'm sure there's stuff we didn't cover, and just let us know.
Yeah. So see you guys in the next one.